You had your collision with your purpose through your organization. Is there anything else you want to share about your organization, your nonprofit agency?
It's just really, it's a broad services that we offer, but it's important services. And if anyone knows about domestic abuse, there's a real big issue with safety there, because you put yourself on the line to help someone. And we work closely with law enforcement and privacy. So, and I can provide more information, share some more information with the contact information, what anyone could contact us if they need services. So I could provide that information to you as well.
And just in case a person wants to join you and help support what you're doing as well, I think it's important, to get that information out there, because what you're doing there is needed.
Right, absolutely. Yes, because that's something that I don't know that we think about too often enough, how it trickles down, that effect from someone's home, how it trickles down to the workplace, and how it trickles down to our everyday interaction with a person in that situation. And how much it affect that person, even the long-term effect from a situation such as that. So, yeah.
Long-term indeed. And that's big stuff there. And, we'll definitely include that information in the caption, when we upload this interview.
Okay, sounds good. Yes.
How to get in touch with you, not just for the service that you provide, but to help you provide the service as well.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes. Sounds
important. Yes, definitely. Definitely. So, you have here that you're an IT support manager. How does that align, your work there as an IT support manager, align with your purpose?
Align with my purpose. I think it goes back again to being a good manager, being a good leader, developing my employees, and also with IT offering a service. In IT, I believe for IT is ongoing training for everyone you encounter, and being able to speak to someone to where they understand it. I think a lot of people, they hear IT and they feel like, oh, I can't go there. That's over my head. But I believe in my profession, I fulfill my purpose there, where I feel like I have that innate ability to speak to someone and help them understand IT. I'm more in the IT support area. So I'm able to provide that support and help people understand. Some of them may not have to come back to me again for support, and some do, but it's really encouraging for me and for everyone that I support to be able to help them on their IT journey. So, yeah.
Okay. A little bit about your work as a healthcare administrator.
Okay, as a healthcare administrator, what we do in that area is, if you have, most companies provide insurance for now as a requirement for the state of Georgia. If you have your insurance, what we do is help you understand the full benefits of your insurance, because as an employee or as a business owner, you obtain your policy and you may get this thick document, and it's not something that you take the time to go through. And you may pick an insurance where all the different stages of your insurance that you choose, your insurance company would engage you to say, okay, you need this if you don't go to the doctor some amount of times a year or what have you. What we do is help you to gain the full benefit of the policy that actually works for you. We work for you, not for your insurance company per se. We help you maximize the potential of the policy that you choose, right? So, yes, and we make sure you get the full potential of your insurance policy, of all your benefits that are available to you.
You know, insurance is one of those feared topic, you know, it's so important, and yet so many people lack a good understanding.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Products, different types of insurance products. So, you know, we
Right.
definitely need that type of support and you know, and information coming in to give us, you know, better understanding of what these products are. you
Right,
know.
exactly. And that's one of the things that my partner and I, we're really working towards better legislation as well. That's one of the things that is one of our long-term goals, because insurance has changed dramatically, as we all know, over the years. Once I became a part, I always use the example of how much it has changed. I had one daughter 3 to 5 years apart. First daughter I paid $15, $20. The second one, I got a bill for $7,000. So within 3 to 5 years, the insurance industry
What changed?
dramatic.
What
Absolutely. What changed and why did it change? And why do I not benefit from what I'm paying into, right? And why, I have to have so many different levels of a radiology bill, so many different bills, the lab bills, my doctor visit, just one injection, right? So that's one of the things that we're working with, and with the doctors as well. Why does a doctor have to consult an insurance company before he or she can provide you a service? It's his responsibility to help you maintain your health. The insurance company.
What a bureaucracy, huh?
Absolutely, yes. So it's a huge web to untangle. So we're getting there. So yeah.
Untangle is the right word, right? The
Right.
right word. So, what would you like our listeners to take away from the conversation that we're having today? And think of those individuals who are not necessarily understanding what purpose is, much less what their purpose is. What from the conversation that we're having today that you would like for them to have as a takeaway?
Okay, so I would highly recommend that our listeners take the time. I wouldn't say take the time, make the time for yourself. Invest in yourself, because finding your purpose is a huge investment in yourself and everyone around you and, our communities. So take that time to meditate, learn what your purpose is. And at the same time, explore the benefits of what your purpose is, because I believe there's a lot of benefit in knowing what your purpose is. I go back to getting that sense of peace when you help someone. We have the old cliche, it's better to give than to receive, but it actually is. It is such a blessing to give, and the gift that you give yourself when you give to others. So I would say, take the time, meditate, whatever it is that you do, whatever you consider your God to be, whatever you consider your time for yourself. Take that time, spend that time with yourself in your universe, and listen. Because if you listen, you'll grasp that discernment and understand and know what your purpose is. And always remember, attitude and gratitude is everything. So,
you said that make the time.
Right.
So important.
Exactly.
We're also busy, right?
Right. Exactly.
And if we're not careful, we will let time control us.
Absolutely. Yes.
There's a saying that you can't manage time, but what you can manage is yourself around the time that you have available to you.
Right. Absolutely. Yes.
Making the time is all about. It's a matter of, say this is important. So I am going to make it a priority. That's what I'm hearing you saying.
Absolutely. Yes. Make it a priority.
Yeah. Very good. Sound advice, no doubt. Sound advice. And not just for those people who are out of touch with their purpose. I think that's sound advice, period, for all of us.
Right. Absolutely. All of us.
Mhm. Yep, all of us. Purpose is, one of those things, as I said earlier, that most people tend to be challenged somewhat.
Mhm.
And when asked what is purpose, because we're in given a good description. And probably one of the reasons, because we're not very intentional about our purpose.
Right.
So talk to me about intentionality as it relates to purpose.
I guess I'll go back to what I said before. When you have that uneasiness about yourself, be intentional to determine and explore what that is. Whatever it takes, give yourself that gift and invest in yourself and find out what that is. Be intentional on getting to the bottom line of what's happening. Why am I feeling this way? How do I find my way? And focus on that.
What are some of the other benefits of being intentional?
Being intentional, it would provide you that ease, and it would provide an ease to someone who may be in need for what you have. We all have a gift, and to withhold that gift from someone who may be in need of it, I think that's not something any of us want to do. I think if we can provide a service to someone else or provide anything to someone, I think we would be glad to provide it. So be intentional on finding out what that is, what your gift is, and what you have that someone else can benefit from. I think it'll bring you a whole lot of joy. So, yeah.
Exactly. Now we're coming close to the end of our conversation about purpose. Do you have any closing remarks? Anything else you'd like to add that we have not covered? Anything else you'd like to say?
I don't really have anything in more. I just would reiterate again, take the time for yourself, make the time for yourself, because I believe if we remember 9/11, how we're all connected and rushing to understand what our purpose is, because the life around us could change at any moment. So make that time, live every day to its fullest and appreciate and embrace who you are. Yes.
Through history, as we study and look into study history, we've been taught about all these events that affected civilization and generations before us. So at some point, future generations will be reading about us and about this COVID adventure, right?
Yes.
So we are living history, right? And stories will be told about us. So it is so important for us as individuals to write our story.
Right.
And write the story that others are going to tell about us.
Right.
what others are going to say about us. They need to be saying, telling how we live and not what they think. You know,
Right.
that's why it's so important to be intentional and to be in your purpose, to be purposeful and intentional about what you're doing, and to recognize that purpose is that thing that is going to decide, you know, your legacy. You
I was
know,
about to say, leave that legacy for your children and your grandchildren and their children. So,
very important, very important. So, Ms. Bischoff, I want to thank you for joining me today on the A Collision with Purpose project under the spotlight. Your insights will undoubtedly add immense value to the conversation about purpose. I look forward to having you back on the spotlight to continue our conversation about purpose. You know, it is obvious to me that your purpose will continue to grow, and especially in the work that you're doing with your nonprofit agency. I think that is awesome work, and I commend you for what you're doing. It's a big job, not an easy task.
yes, very big job, very big job.
But you're more than capable. You're more than capable. And I'm sure you've assembled a team. And this is not a one-person job. You've assembled.
Absolutely. Yes, yes. I have to stress that it's not just me. It's a team effort. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So just continue doing what you're doing there, because that is a purpose that, when served, will affect in a positive way many lives.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you again for having me. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. So folks, this brings us to the end of this edition of the A Collision with Purpose project under the spotlight. If you're like some individuals and would like to have a better understanding of your purpose, then please submit your short video speaking on the topic of purpose to acollisionwithpurpose@gmail.com. If you would like to participate in an interview, much like this one, then please submit your request to be interviewed to acollisionwithpurpose@gmail.com. Please note that your video and your interview will be posted on our social media platforms. That is it for now. Blessings always.